In this video, me and my son Marco spend a fun-packed day in Huntsville, Alabama at the US Space and Rocket Center. Obviously, we expected to be a lot of space stuff, but we weren't expecting this. Possibly the best exhibit of the day, a disappearing stealth jet. Take a look round, Marco. What do you think? It's good, isn't it? It's good. That's clever. Wow. So get ready to expect the unexpected, like this. A man blowing kisses at us, kids tied up and floating in space, and...
You can't take it anymore, Scotty. I think it's going to blow.
So come along if we can put everything we've ever learnt about space into action and possibly become members of the orbital outhouse team by the end of this video. All right, the approach to the park is really beautiful. It's a very, very space age themed area, as you'd fully expect, with out of this world buildings greeting you even as you park up. It's a real great introduction to this incredible centre that has so much to offer for all ages. Those that can go to the space camp are really lucky. Those that went before, the pioneers, are honoured in the gardens, and there's lots and lots of educational markers around the outside and inside of the building, giving you all the information you could ever want to know about space and space exploration. We are really looking forward to this day. Through these doors enter the world's future astronauts, scientists and engineers, it says. And they go straight into the gift shop, of course. And once you've stocked up on the swag, the adventure begins. The first area you enter very cleverly takes us right back to the beginning. We've always been fascinated with space and space exploration and being an astronaut and going far away from planet Earth. And this really captures everything from your childhood that ever excited anybody about space travel. This should get you going.
To boldly go where no man has gone before.
It's then on into the first of many areas that are jam-packed full of everything to do with space exploration, rockets, and everything that goes along with that, including the space suits that are worn and have been worn for generations. It's fascinating. You could spend a whole day there and not get bored. They're made in Alabama, these rockets, so they're very proud of that. Obviously, it's the modern era, so lots of selfie opportunities. Look, Marco's floating in space. Yeah, and right up to the modern day, Blue Origin, the Mannequin Man, is here on show, as well as some of the future projects that they're working on. It's a very exciting time to visit the museum, check out the fashions of astronauts past and present, and what might be to come in the future for astronauts to wear. As long as it's not made of Lego, then they should be all right out there far away.
The interactive deep space habitat. Well, at least it's nice and tidy. That's cool, isn't it?
Well, yeah, you can't really have a floor drone in zero gravity.
No, not really.
Lots of school parties visiting the museum, as you'd expect, and this was fascinating. These two young kids get strapped up and get to repair the tiles on a space station. In the weather area, it was a fascinating area full of high-tech and very colourful things about the satellites that they use to monitor the weather on Earth and wherever it may be. And then under the stairs was this.
We are in a tornado. Sit down. Tornado time.
Tornado time. Right there.
See what happens to the cow.
Oh.
Here comes the rain.
There's rain.
Let's find out what happens to the cow.
Right, from the storm to the sunshine and out into the rocket park. We were there on a beautiful early May day, perfect to admire these awesome rockets and really take in how fabulous they are, as well as the bits that make up the rockets, which is equally as interesting. There was a mock-up of Skylab there as well. Here you can see, if you zoom in, astronaut strapped to the front of the Skylab, and also a recreation of the moon landing with a flag fluttering in the breeze in this crater, which really does create an amazing effect. I particularly enjoyed the Space Exploration Wall of Honour, honouring all those people, many hundreds if not thousands, that have been involved in the project over the years. It stretches for a good distance, as you can see there. What I particularly liked is some of the panels are still blank at the end, which means there's space maybe for your name or an offspring's name to go on there one day. All right, on to the shuttle park area dedicated to
Space Shuttle Park, dedicated to the crew of Challenger.
Breathtaking in every sense of the word, literally and figuratively. Not just a great photo opportunity. Some of the other airplanes that were involved in the program are around the shuttle itself. This was two of the training aeroplanes. That's me just being a bit creative with the video, running down the runway to get you a picture of the one of the training aircraft used by many famous astronauts. There's also military hardware there as well. This is a Chinook helicopter that you can get up close and personal with and take a good look round. There's also missile launchers and tanks, etc. in the Saturn V hall. It takes you right back to the beginning. It's a little over 100 years since we took off the Earth itself, and now we've been to space. So a little recap of how far we've come in such a short time, and a tribute to Miss Baker, the monkey that went to space and came back safe and sound. I'm glad to say we did pay our respects at the little monument that there is, a little memorial to her outside. I'll show you that later. And then just take this in. Standing underneath Saturn V, the engines are enormous. It was over 362 feet tall, taller than the Statue of Liberty. Around the edge of the little park area is a memorial wall to the astronauts that have flown.
Very famously, Apollo 13. Okay, Houston, hey, we've got a problem here.
All around the park there are lots of areas for the children to get hands-on and creative, and educational learning is aplenty. Lots of school visits there and lots of areas for education to go. And in this particular area here, they were building a solar panel that they were going to test later outside. So great to see the next generation getting hands-on interested, and obviously they're going to have a lot of fun while they're there. This is a G-force accelerator. You can see it go around in the background. There are simulators, virtual reality rides, spaceships that you can go inside. So if you've got young children or just a young kid at heart, there's plenty to do. And when you get hungry, the Galaxy Grill is a fine place to dine and take in the view of Rocket Park out of the window. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience for sure. We had well and truly caught the bug by now, so we were back in, and then totally surprised by this. A man blowing kisses at us inside a big tank. What is going on, Marco? I have no idea whatsoever. Let's take a closer look in here, see what he's up to. Okay, this is an actual astronaut dive tank training. The tank recreates the feeling of weightlessness in space, so they can practice doing repairs, maneuvers, etc., with the feeling of weightlessness. There were kids there. You can see them at the top having that experience of a lifetime in a proper, real, very deep dive tank. This guy goes down and recovers bits that have been left inside the tank or things that need repairing. It really is deep, but it's very impressive as well, and certainly leaves an impression. We, as I say, were hooked by this point, so onwards and upwards, exploring as many attractions as we possibly could. It's so well laid out, it's so interesting. You could easily lose yourself in there for a day, and as I say, so many of the attractions are hands-on, so you can really get a feel for what it's like to be an astronaut. And talking of which, the next generation of astronauts are needed now to go to Mars, potentially. Okay, maybe within our own lifetimes. At the moment, they've sent robots to Mars, as you can see here. It's a great representation of the red planet and the machines that have been there thus far to bring back samples and data, and who knows, there could be mannequins of humans in this display in the very near future. Right, Martian blueberries. Would you like to know what a Martian blueberry might feel like? You can, by touching down here. That's a Martian blueberry. There is also a planetarium at the Space Centre, and I'm sure it's very impressive indeed. So if you do go get the chance to check that out. We did pay our respects to Miss Baker at the little memorial outside, and Marco made out like a bandit with swag from the gift shop. And just a little footnote at the end here, they are building a new facility at the moment. Inspiration 4 will be opening very soon. So it's going from strength to strength and well worth a visit. Please do like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video, and share it with your friends. And also check out some of our other videos, travel videos and other stuff that we've got up to on these other videos and on the channel. Thanks for watching.